Maybe it is my impression, but haven't you noticed that lately most isekai are starting to have quite racist tone? Mainly, its people are discriminated against for their special characteristics. When heard, it is black eyes, completely dark hair, or slanted eyes. They describe themselves as the victims in a tragic story when they recognize that their own strategy are superior to all others. They will always describe the girl with black eyes and hair as the most beautiful in the entire classroom, or at least in the entire world when they have been invoked again. That is the template. And that allows us to give context with why the protagonist of the Akuyaku Reijou Level 99 story, Yumelia, is so hated in the world, and also why she couldn't hate the world. A little context taken from the novel. According to the world's view of this world, those who are born with such distinctive features as black hair and eyes symbolized a bad omen for the world, for bad luck, and for people. Furthermore, most evil people in the world possess the traits along with dark magic, whether they are demon kings, evil wizards, evil witches, demons, or any type of antagonist that you want to put. According to the universe template, if she had black hair and black eyes, it was synonymous with being an evil person who would commit crimes and take advantage for her dark powers for her own benefit. The story had been repeated so many times that the discrimination against these peoples became quite strong. In fact, they were about to start a witch hunt just because of these traits. And Yumelia is not exception. When she was born, she repudiated her father, the Count, so much that he simply decided to abandon her in the most remote farm that could be found in the domains of his property, educated her as far away as possible, and used her as a disposable item whenever necessary. For her, we already justify why the world hates Yumelia, but looking at the other side, why does Yumelia hate the world? Let us remember that this series takes in the context in a video game that the protagonist had previously played. The novel said that Yumelia was a character who acted as the villain of the story, attacking the protagonist, intimidating her. But he didn't spend much time on the front page of the screen. In fact, it was only available during the first 5 hours of play. Later, the game was dedicated to begin an open-world RPG where you had to level up. Therefore, she faded into the background and was forgotten by most people. It wasn't, but in a DLC that came out several years after the game was released, where she appears as a final boss. Now, Yumelia with a most unbeatable level, where the protagonist had to face her reaching at least the maximum level as well. So why is it that she became the final boss? Why did he start hating everyone else? This is because Yumelia within the video games was the true victim of the racism, discrimination, harassment, and social tortures due to her distinctive features. Since she was born, she was discriminated against. She never even knew family affection. When she came to school, she only had the instruction: make friends with as many novels as possible and don't angry troublesmen. And so, she did it herself. Of course, she had supernatural abilities in all, both physical and magic, but only she could use dark magic, and she understood perfectly well that this world reject and persecute those with black eyes, black hair, who could also use the dark attribute. Therefore, she decided to keep secret that talent. that ability that she could not exercise, and so she was able to go unnoticed. But not everything is rosy, because you have to understand that the protagonist of the game was a girl who found herself in the point of view the many peoples who wanted humiliated her, beat her, or soothed her. Therefore, they used this girl, Yumelia, to fulfill all these plans, as long as she had a place to belong and meet the expectations of someone she had never seen in her life. Furthermore, she realized that she had to hide her true natures, unlike the other girls, who being a commoner was a possessor of light magic. She could say with great pride and arrogance that this was her talent. To make matters worse, people around her congratulate and love her for the same. Then Yumelia began to feel envious. They forced her to mistreat her, and after the fact, by possessing such rare attributes, people appraised her without the need to hide any aspect of her. It was everything she wanted. For that reason, she resented began an add up, and with the discrimination added, she had no choice but to let herself be consumed by anger, out of rage, and become the final boss.